Bella's Vistas. Thanks for visiting. Please like, subscribe, and click the notification bell. While we're driving along the coast from Port Alberni, we're headed to Parksville. We're going to check out a few of the places where we've been before looking for eagles. Wow, here we are in Port Alberni. Looking around here, I only saw a wooden eagle there. Now we're headed back towards our old stomping grounds near Comox, where I know we're going to find some birds. What a gorgeous sunrise. We're back at our favorite park up on Union Bay, and it's just great. Look at this. Beautiful sunrise. We're getting up early this morning, get the sunrise, and we're going to go get some more oysters. We went back to the Oyster Farm to see how it's done. Here they are harvesting the fresh oysters. Look at that. Beautiful. Wow. The fellas told me that a lot of these head for Ontario. We're going to eat these right here. We're going to cook them up on the beach pretty soon, and they'll be great. Look at the big nets full of them. I don't know how they manage it. They really know what they're doing. They're running them around on these forklift carts and weighing them up. Here we are, we're frying them up on the beach again. We know how to do this part of it anyway. First we fry some bacon, and when we got the bacon fat, put the oysters in there, brown them up. When they're brown, they're ready to plate. Now we ran short of business cards on this trip, so we decided to make some more. We stopped at Walmart, and Mary designed a layout and put 3 of them up on 4x6s, and the people at Walmart printed them and chopped them down for us. Now we're back at our favorite Comox beach. This fella is just a wonderful guy. I've talked to him 3-4 times. Comes here and feeds the pigeons. It's just great. He's got these pigeons well trained. They love eating breadcrumbs. Here's one that comes right into his car. This has got to be one of his favorite pigeons. And look how happy he is feeding the pigeons. You know, when you feed a hungry animal, it's good for your soul. Look at that bird. What a trust. Near our favorite farmer's market, this display was set up. Some tractors and some knights of the field, I guess, here. Look at this guy with the shield and the axe. Pretty interesting. Along the side of the road, you got to be careful because you'll see some wildlife. We saw these deer right at the side of the road, and I stopped to get some photographs. This white goose was raised with some of the other ones on a farm, and then they set them free, so they're hybrid. The ever-present, ever-squawking seagulls are always around. Might as well photograph some of them too. Some of them are interesting. And then there was a merganser. Look at this bird. Look at the punk hairdo on this one. And the mother bird has the babies in tow and teaches them to duck under the water because the eagles are overhead. The eagles are not above grabbing one of these baby mergansers and eating it. So the mother has to teach them how to dive underwater. I saw them doing that. I saw the eagle go after a seal at one point and after some birds. I didn't actually see it. Never really caught anything that when I saw it, but it was down and was usually far out of range. There he's down on the water. I think he tried to hit the seal. I really enjoy watching the eagles in flight, especially when they put the talons out like this and they're getting ready to catch something. It's quite a show. This is the beach where we were photographing the eagles and the other birds as well. I came back here many times. I just love the little trip from Union Bay to here and back again. Lots of boats out on the bay here. Look at this, a catamaran sort of thing, a sailboat. Here I'm just shooting some long distance scenery with a long lens. Trying to get a panorama here too on the beach. Something that we can stitch together. Look, there you go. What a gorgeous sky over the bay. Unbelievable. Look at the clouds. I'm just struck with this. Wow. More eagles. You really have to be patient. Sometimes you have to wait hours for the eagles to come out, and they don't stay very long. Sometimes they might just show up, do a quick pass up and down the beach and leave, because they figure the odds of catching anything. There's some buildings in the background at this beach. There's a lot more action here than there was the first time I came, so I think that scares the birds away. Too much noise is not good. Here's a younger eagle up in the tree. They don't get the white head and white tail until they're several years old. I don't know how old it is. This is what you're looking for, the bald head eagle. There he is. They've got quite a nasty look, very, very intense gaze on him. Here the bird has its talons down, ready to strike. There's some doves up in a tree. Now the eagle would strike those too if he had a chance. Here's a seagull just floating along. They're at risk too. This one's taking off into the wind. Also, I saw a crane. There were a few cranes here. And this one's taking off. He's missing a feather on the one wing. We're hopping this ferry over to Powell River. We're going on to another little island. It's going to be fun. I just love, taking a little ferry ride and getting off again. Now we went to Lund, which is one end of Highway 101. It's either the start or the beginning. Here I met some fellows that were catching crabs. Some more people going off to sea here. I heard there were some otters here, but I didn't see any otters. There's a lot of action, with people building rafts and things happening, so the wildlife gets scared away. Still, it's very beautiful to be here. Look at this wharf. We've got some fresh cherries here. I'm back on another beach. There's a swing there. Now we're on another ferry. Look at the sun's coming up. It's just beautiful. It's nice to be out on the water, watch the sun rise and set. Here we're driving through Gibson. It's a nice little city. Great fun. Home of Molly's Reach and Persephone and Bruno Gerussi fame from way back in the TV days. Just outside Gibson, we found a really nice beach. We spent a couple of days here, actually, hanging out, working on our video, and then going downtown once in a while to look at the harbor. This beach was just amazing. I spent a lot of time just sitting out in the sun. It was great. We decided that we should probably get some nice fresh fish, so that's exactly what we did. I went on the phone and located the nearest fish market, which is only a couple kilometers away. We went to the fish market and found some wonderful fresh fish. It was pretty expensive, but what are you going to do? Look at the beautiful stuff. Unbelievable and so fresh. It's been caught minutes before it's on display. We bought about a pound of this Arctic Char. Mary heated up some butter in the pan, fried some onions, and cooked them. They were fantastic. It's just bubbling away in the butter right here. Mary makes the most wonderful salads. Look at this fresh salad here. We got a boiled egg. Sometimes we'll boil a couple of eggs and keep them in the cooler till we need them. There's our fish dinner, wonderful with a beautiful salad. Now we're just hanging around waiting for the sunset. It's going to be a full moon, so we want to get some nice photographs of that. Here we are at the waterfront park. Beautiful place to park up, nice washrooms, great place. This is George Gibson. It's the second George Gibson I know. Here's a blue heron posing on top of this roof. Unbelievable. Look at that. Here's the waterfront in Gibson. I spend a lot of time walking around the waterfront. There's some houseboats. This one's kind of a shanty on pontoons or something. Look at that. There's a little kayak on the side of the deck. Now we're looking out across the harbor at the mountains. Just beautiful. Look at that. Lots of boats here, looking out to sea over a rooftop and the chimneys. Another houseboat. Be pretty amazing living in a houseboat. I've heard the thing about when you live on a boat, you have Very little stuff. You have to be really minimalist lifestyle, not carry too much stuff around with you. Look at the garden on this houseboat. Unbelievable. Just beautiful. Spend a lot of time working on something like that. I've actually seen somebody in a camper from France, and they're carrying potted plants like tomato plants and whatnot, and when they stop, they put them out on the sidewalk to get sun on them. I'm just hoping for a nice sunset here at Gibson's. This is the second night we're here. We're waiting for the sun to set and the moon to come up. It's going to be a glorious full moon tonight, and I can hardly wait. Got everything tuned up and ready to go. It's going to be wonderful. Look, there's the moon peeking out over the trees. Moonrise, unbelievable. Just huge in behind the trees. Beautiful place. Wonderful sunset. The moon looks fantastic. It's going to be a beautiful photograph. Well worth the time. Look at that moon. Wowee. Just beautiful over Gibson's Bay. The end of a perfect day. We're coming into Gibson's now. We're going to just drive down Main Street one more time. Wow, there it is, Molly's Reach. Welcome back. Molly's Reach is right nearby, and I'm watching the sun come up over here. We're driving down the other side of Gibson's Landing now. We want to get a look at the sunlight coming up on it. It's early morning and the sun's coming up. We're headed down this huge hill. Going past Molly's Reach now again. There it is. Look at that. World famous Molly's Reach. Thanks for visiting Bella's Vistas. Please like and subscribe. Click the notification bell. Tell your friends, and come on back real soon.